G'day guys, Urban Z here. Welcome back to a new YouTube video on the channel once again. So today we'll be working on the XR6 Tiki Ford. We're going to be doing all the basic things to resolve any issues it has and just make it run a lot better. So today we're going to be doing a coolant flush and change. We're going to be servicing the diff, and we have some very fancy rotors here that are slotted, new brake pads of course. We have a coil pack here. I'm going to be installing that, and we have our seat cover for our driver's seat here, and also had a bit of time to go to the wreckers and I managed to find a sunglass holder that is right here, color matched. So we're just going to quickly install that and then we'll do that seat cover right there. Both sides in. Now we just have to clip it in like that, and there we go. Alright, this is kind of a tough one to record without a filmer, but I mean, it's pretty basic. Putting on a seat cover, MSD ignition seat cover. This is like the definition of a P-plater car seat cover, but hey, I mean, looks kind of cool. So it covers up the cracks in the leather, which is the intended plan. That is on pretty good there. If I were to rate it out of 10, probably like a good 3 out of 10. Doesn't really fit well. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this, but hey, covers up the seat. So, alright, so first job I think I'm gonna do, you guys can see that, the coil pack. So yeah, we're just gonna do this first, take out the old one and then get this one in, see if the car fires up. Right, if you guys have ever done an AU Falcon coil pack, you will notice in a very not fun position. It is under the intake manifold, all the way down under the depths there. So I'm gonna make my life a little bit easier. I'm gonna take off the intake tubing just so I can get a bit of vision. I might have to do it from the bottom. I do have the car currently jacked up, but I may as well take off the intake tubing and all that anyways as I'm cleaning out the throttle body and the airflow sensor. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly do that and then see if we get a better view. Kids, this is why you clean out your throttle body. Look at that. All that gunk all around. Disgusting. You guys should now be able to see the coil pack. It's just down there. I'm going to try and take it out. I can't really show you without a filmer, so I'll let you know once it's out. Alright. It is a 7mm socket and that works. I'm just going to go under the car and see if I can unplug it from there. I've removed the old coil pack. Here's the new one. Gotta chuck that in. I'm just gonna double check all these, maybe blow them out with a bit of air, just make sure there's no gunk in them, and then we'll plug them into the new coil pack and see if it runs. And yeah. Alright, the coil pack is in. We're just gonna tighten up those bolts, and then we can clean the carby, and we'll see if the car runs or if it blows up. Seems like the configuration of this coil pack has a different configuration to this coil pack. So I'm gonna fix that and I'll be back. It's finally working. Had to try about 6 different ignition combinations because they didn't specify in the coil pack listing what the firing order was, so Had to figure it out through a few forums, but we did it. Alright, it is a new day, and the next thing we are going to be doing is these rotors here. They are a tiny bit warped, so we have our new slotted discs here that we're going to swap out with some general CT brake pads as well. Wheel comes off. There should be two 15mm bolts at the back, so just going to get them off. There we go, there's one. There it is. And numero 2. Alright, now take off the caliper, little nudge. And off it goes. Take out the brake pads. Okay. This one had a little bit of meat, but not good still. Yeah. Alright, brake pads off. Let's take off the rotor. Slide out, please, sir. Alright, there we go. That's out. You see those pistons that pushed out? I'm going to use this clamp and push them back in. So just like this, you should be able to see the piston kind of going back there because it's got used to the old brake pad. A little bit of force. So hopefully you guys can see that on camera. One piston's pushed back and the other one's kind of pushed out still. And you need to push them back to put in the new pads, or else they won't fit because it's acclimated for this right now. Let's do the other one. We'll give it a clean up and chuck in the new rotor and pad. And both pistons are depressed now, so they need a razor blade. Now we can chuck on our new chunky rotor. Nice and tight. Now I've jacked it up. We're gonna do a quick diff fluid change. Just gotta get that drain bolt right there and then fill it up from that fill plug right there. Should be pretty basic, let's hope. Oh, first go. Alright, it's a 15. Alright, here we go. And it's coming out, which is good. We're gonna wait for that to drain. Yeah, we'll take off the drain plug. Yeah, should be good. Alright, there we go. It's coming off. There it is. Okay. Just a plastic rubber holding the fill plug in, so makes life a little bit easier, I guess. Alright, I've cleaned the drain plug. Just gonna put a bit of medium strength Loctite on it, just so we don't have any leaks. That looks pretty good to me. Alright, now, nice and clean, close it up. Okay, not too tight though. Alright, that's already pretty tight, sweet. Just chuck it in there and squeeze. We're using some 80W140 LSD heavy duty synthetic. I'm just doing heavy duty and such a high weight just because, you know, it's a little bit of an older car. You kind of want to give it thicker oils compared to thinner, but this should help the diff spin a lot more freely and help that LSD really hook up nice. Okay, number 2. Okay, and it's starting to come out now, so that's probably just about enough. Alright, so I've tested the car, made sure that the new diff service and the coil pack's working good, which is all good now. So the next thing to do is do a radiator coolant flush and put in some new coolant that we have here. So let's get to that. Well, at least it's green. Alright, so the coolant has been done, coil packs have been done, brake rotors and pads have been done, diff's been serviced. It should be running all mint. Only thing left to do is give it a test drive. Alright guys, so now in the car, testing it all out. We've done everything we can pretty much do in the backyard mechanic type of way. I'll show you guys the problem I'm facing that I was talking about last video. So basically, once the car originally starts, it will go through the gears completely fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll shift, we'll go into any gear, no worries. After about 10-15 minutes of driving, the ECU will realize there's a fault in the transmission. I've had the car scanned, and the fault that's showing up is a transmission solenoid is having a fault. So either it could be the open circuits, the circuit's open, or there's a problem with the solenoid, which is most likely what it is. And basically the car goes into limp mode, where it stays in third gear the whole time. No matter if you put it into first gear, you put it into second gear, or whatever it is, it just won't go out of third gear once it's in drive. If you're in the gears, it'll go neutral, reverse, park, all completely fine. It's just, it'll stay in limp mode, and I'll hopefully be able to show you guys what I mean once it kicks in, but it's still going through the gears as of right now. But yeah, we're gonna take it to a local transmission specialist and get him to fix it out. As you can see, it's shifting gears completely fine now. Yes, the car does need an alignment. I can't do that at home. Well, I can, but it's definitely a lot better to do at a shop with, you know, the calculators and all that stuff. But yeah, I did a bit of bedding in for the brakes yesterday, but I'm taking it real easy on the pedal, slowly decelerating and slowly just getting harder and harder so that those brakes acclimate to the new rotors. Because beforehand the brake rotors were a bit warped, and whenever I would brake decently hard, it would give that hopping kind of feel. So that's resolved now, and yeah, I think after we get a wheel alignment and get the transmission fixed, this car is mint. But yeah, I'll try and capture the limp mode thing so you guys can see. The ECU has recognized the fault. We're currently in third gear. I will literally drop it a second, no change in RPM. Even first gear, we're still doing 2000 RPM, we're still in third. Drive, third, doesn't change anything. It just stays in third gear. So the ECU won't let the car shift into any other gear until the solenoid fault's fixed. So yeah, I've booked it in, and that's pretty much the next thing to be done. And hopefully once that's done, we can actually, you know, give this car a little bit of enjoyment, because you don't really want to rev out a car for 10 minutes, for the first 10-15 minutes whilst it's driving. Obviously temps aren't there, and yeah, obviously you want to go for a longer drive than that. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up for today's video. Hopefully by the time I see you guys in the next video, we should have the transmission fixed and we can give the car a proper drive. We might hit some mountains, see how it handles. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.
Perfect.